figure to our player characters pops into existence as like he lands next to Admiral, lays down his hand, and for a tiny second, like nobody else really sees that apart from like him appearing, but one of his eyes, was I said that his left or right eye looks more demonic? I'll let it be right. That his right eye like glints with purple, and a second later, like a moment later, not a moment too soon, both Benjamin and Admiral disappear from the room as the wall behind him and some furniture is entirely annihilated from the bolter bullets. And as this continues, we see like 24 hours style switch between the scenes, as on the one hand Sisters of Battle call in the rest of their group, and we see that they brought in, like, it wasn't like a small group, they at least have like the company of and they were taking commands in other ships, like, because they were like high ranking and Kazaki members, so just like Imperial Guard started referring to them. They start calling them, sending the ways that Admiral Dumakis relief from duty. Basically they start calling excommunica traitoris, and as this happens, because obviously this is like two two line of events that are basically happening at the same time in a matter of, 30 seconds to a minute. And we see that not many people believe them, and suddenly people on some ships we see as people disregard this order and raise their arms on success of and basically a period of infighting starts on ships, thus further weakening Armada. And in the meantime, when Benjamin let's go, Admiral takes a step back as Admiral starts turning around saying, who the h-? Then Benjamin, we see like montage of Benjamin very quickly appearing, first in armor, and we see that he like reaches like inside the armor, not in front of the door. His bandaged hand, he raises it up, the bandage, like almost like being controlled, starts unswirling itself, and the bandaged hand looks anything but human. Looks like a amputated limb from a demon, maybe even a greater demon perhaps. As his like eye glints with power again, and through armored lockers, or however Imperials keep their equipment, several boxes, like he puts them into himself, and then in like quick succession we see that he, with these boxes, like obviously they have description, very dangerous, and that they can be given only like through quartermaster, and like he appears in what looks like main like communication place for Vox Chatter, and also for Vox Chatter for the no, not for Vox Chatter, for the message, like Astropath, basically a place where you send messages further away than for your fleet, like to other systems. I'm guessing like something akin to Astropath. And of course they're like, people like, what the hell, like intruder, and like start reacting, but they're all too late, and he like just makes like small hand motion. One of the boxes flies forward. He teleports out, and as we see the box slides turning around, we see, just to remind me, Tesseract Bomb is an Imperial equipment. It's not a heretic device.
I honestly don't know.
Which one?
Tesseract
Bomb.
I don't believe it's heretical.
Let's find out.
Yeah, if not, then like some other sort of very high explosive opens and it's landed. The entire room bursts with blinding light, and he repeats that process with two other ships that also had astropath chamber, to make sure that no messages get out from this system, from this fleet, and not many people outside of this fleet will know that System of Battle declared him traitor. Admiral declared Admiral. and then he we see him teleporting on board two separate ships that there is almost no rebel. They dealt with like in a moment, in a flash, and they're starting to proceed to execute his rovers. And he, like, we see him teleporting in reactor room, like basically the main engine room, and he throws one box each. And then from a distance, several seconds later, we see sudden bright flashes as the backside of those ships, which were like around light cruiser class, just erupt in a blind light. And then as he was doing that, obviously on the main flagship of Johannes the Mac, the situation is not as easy. The infighting is very fierce. So as we pop back in, like we lean into the hangar bay or garage bay on one of the garage bays in the Admiral's flagship, suddenly we see you guys popping in, Mayek immediately like unleashing another power, and suddenly like next to you, like close by, Chimera full. Oh wait, sorry, fuck, I fucked it up. Before we get to that,
I can just discard that if you want, because I have a
I know.
idea.
Oh wait, yeah, because I wanted to see if they would be able, like, in what state that Chimera would be if they managed to properly get away from the Squiggles. Okay, so the Chimera that will appear, and you will be able to like describe the effects, is it looks like scorch marks, like its back is kinda like something tried to hit it very hard, and they managed to just get away. Just it was like grazed, but it still made the dent. And from this end, you can see like people moving, but some look rather injured. And as for the general situation, now the garage bay is very fucked up place to be. Suddenly, as some sort of lesser demon sprouts out, the demons are trying to possess people, because some people were in the garage bay, some hiding. As you realize that there is sounds of massive firefight going on in the ship, the emergency lights are on. Basically, it doesn't look like you're in the safe place. It more looks like that you are out of the frying pan into the fire. So what do you do?
Charming. Well, first off, there's a demon that I need to get rid of. That's a physical demon.
Do we need to pass willpower again to fight off the demons that are attacking our head? Actually, I'm not even here. 3 rounds.
Yeah, you would
Yeah,
appear after
got-
a minute.
Or
Mass
I
possession.
do.
Every
Actually,
character in
because
the
of
area
the
must
combat,
test willpower at the
probably-
start of their I mean, you can
Technically,
make
because
one. Oh no, wait, it probably doesn't matter because Oh, I see 9.
Yes,
Is
you
that
do.
everyone or just you,
So let's see.
Xavier?
Hmm?
Is that banishment for everyone or just you?
It's an area of effect.
Okay, cool. That's good.
36, Demonic Mask, and what was the other one? 48? Yeah, 48. The Earth Protest.
Yeah. I'll take the... Is there even any Earth for us? You know what? I'll just take 36. It's a demonic day. Let's go ahead and get demonic. Shit, why not?
Yeah,
Stepped out, and the first thing that happens is a demonic mask. Why not?
Yeah, so starts like some people, some like serfs, and because not only soldiers, like, oh god, now, now this, oh god, Emperor, and like suddenly, oh, he's gone. Like, as some of them were starting to get fucked up by demons trying to get into their heads, like, oh, what's going on? They suddenly, it's like gone. Oh, thank God, Emperor. Like, oh god, like, what's going on? Like, some people are like panicking, like in general, like they're looking around, like, oh, majority of people look, what the fuck is going on? And not because of your demon incursion. I mean, not only because of that. It's like, you think it's like another piece to like ever-growing pile of shit that's been happening on this ship.
So, if any demons want to stick around, then they can do me a... What did I get, a 63? Yeah, that's more than enough. They can do me a negative 60 willpower test if they want to stick around.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm probably...
Nope. Actually, let's make it 5. Nope.
Pretty sure I beat them all. So they...
Oh yeah, you do.
And since I probably beat them by a lot, let's just skip the formalities and send them off screaming back into the warp, shall we? Now, you said this scene looks like a scene that came straight out of a shitstorm, right?
More or less, yeah.
In which case, Xanthus looks at the nearest Imperial Guardsman. You! Report! What the hell is going on around here?
Sir, like, he like stands at salute and like, or even like comes closer. Sir, salute. Few minutes ago, there was a communication, like, there's a message through Vox. I think female one, like, Adeptus Sororitas, she declared that Admiral Dumac was a traitor, but that's not possible. He was doing his orders. I mean that's a lot of bullshit. Pardon, sir, but a lot of us didn't believe it, and we denied like following the Sisters of Battle, but not all of us did. The fleet is in a period of infighting from what we've heard.
Sororit. May, what the hell are you... Shit. Where is it? Excuse me for a second. 3. Alright, so beating it 9 times should be more than enough to get Mayak. Oh, hold up a second. More than enough to basically get everyone and then a good bit of radius back up to full health. Unless we just want to do the formalities. It's all Gucci to me. 10 plus 12. So the most battered looking 10 people get 20 wounds back, including Mayak.
Yeah, and
Still going to say he's unconscious though.
And some of the people in the cameras are like not tumbling but like getting out, because suddenly like you can see as this was happening, their wounds started closing because some of them were, they were injured. Some maybe a few broken bones and cuts and whatnot, but now they are fine. They are completely fine.
I see. That's what he was up to. Good man, Primaris. Good man.
But yeah, you see that from that group, you know, the chimeras that appeared, because I think it was not the only one. But you don't need to make more rolls. Like the entire like platoon that was out there like appeared. If you do like a very quick count, and you can count easily, you see that they still took some. They have actually. I'm gonna roll it. Okay, so actually they only lost 6 people.
In which case, Ignacia,
Yes, sir.
get the Primaris back on his feet. What is that one thing that brings unconscious people back to reality?
Back to reality. Look, it's being real.
I got the same fucking thing.
Damn? Is it? Whatever. Ignacia, get the Primaris back on his feet. You, guardsman. How many are still loyal?
It's, sir, it's literally impossible to tell. The entire Vox Shutter got fucking, got scrambled after the split began.
I see. Do we know where the Admiral is now?
Like as he's opening his mouth to say, suddenly as you blink, oh, here, and then like you hear a voice of Benjamin as he like appears and like drops Admiral, who's like, what the hell, like drops him on the floor, and as he like appeared here, he also like says, stuff to do, alright, stuff to do. And you will get a moment to see, like, you see that both of his eyes are like blazing with like purple swirling, and not swirling but energies. His like hair all like kind of stands up, and the bandages are like, you know, floating around his like demonic arm. And yeah, you can make not really awareness, because you see that, but forbidden lore demonology. But it would be, considering the origin of that arm, this will be minus 40.
Damn, what a time to be unconscious.
Eee, I got this, man.
Anybody else wants to do that?
I don't have the relevant skill.
The day that Xanthus beat an adept in a knowledge check.
Okay, if nobody else does that. Well,
I'm unconscious still.
I imagine that you had one way or another, and you learned, if you're learning about demons, you were learning about those more prominent ones, for all like greater demons. And what you definitely know is the arm looks very similar to arm of like greater demon of Zinj. And more or less there's a chance that this is a demonic arm of a demon called Kairos, also known as Fate Weaver.
Oh. Huh.
And
I
he's
believe I know that one.
he's here. Stuff to do, and then he like blinks off again. And of course, like the difference in his like attitude is very obvious and apparent.
Never change, Benjamin. Never change. Well, maybe become
as
more
he was
human,
saying, like
but-
stuff to do, there was still like, and for that you can make an awareness test. There was still like a box or two like floating behind him. Okay, those are the boxes like the restricted equipment, high explosive. But I decided, nah, it would not be in his style to say that I have idiots to block. Just stuff to do.
You have my thanks, Benjamin. Now then. In case anyone's wondering, that arm of his comes from a demon, Kyrus, a greater demon of Zinch, Xanthus says, walking towards the Admiral.
What? What the absolute fuck?
Admiral Demak, good to see you again. Though last time we met, your ship wasn't quite as on fire as it is now.
I would like to say that the feeling is mutual, but considering the situation, this man there, he might save my life when fucking both the bitches wanted to kill me for doing my job, but you are not doing yourselves any favors while, I don't know, they accuse you of, well, not of treachery and negligence of your duties and leading. Yeah, basically he gives a short version of like your what they are accusing you, and that they wanted to immediately resume the hostilities with Seven Dominant, and they didn't care that he got an official writ from. So what the hell is going on, and how do we fix this?
To deny an Inquisitor's writ is itself a sign of heresy, Admiral.
Well, did they say whose authority they were acting upon? Please don't say the Emperor.
Because by all rights,
Ecclesiarchy?
on that authority.
Specifically, was there a cardinal mentioned? Bishop, perhaps?
Yes, I read that. Whispers, it won't give me a moment.
Okay.
Also,
Now I don't have a name. But yeah, they probably mentioned some. Or rather, I guess they did, but they didn't seem me too important to mention it. But if they are doing stuff like that, I imagine they have some backing. Or at least they should. Not they should, but I don't know what kind of reason they would have to conduct all of this stuff. They were mentioning something about that sister of theirs or fellow Inquisitor.
They would be referring to Lyra Candelaria, the former Inquisitor of this cadre before me, Xanthus says dismissively. She died due to her own damn incompetence, not due to anything we did.
So why the hell they think you?
Because
The
both
organ-
bitches are stupid, A, and B, they dislike psychers being in high positions. They're probably just after me as a bit of an excuse, or rather, they're just using that as an excuse. Which reminds me, Zhao, I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the term riding the dragon. The hell is a dragon?
Oh, forgive me. Old Terran phrase. It was a mythological creature of great ferocity and had a tendency to wriggle around a lot, making riding rather difficult.
Ah.
And should you fall off, you'd be devoured. I think I'm going to
delightful.
see to Mayek's condition. Why is he on the ground?
Which reminds me, Ignacia, didn't I tell you to bring that Primaris back to his feet?
I'll
She did
handle
that.
it. I'll
She was
handle
doing that in the background. She just did that.
Oh, there we go.
Done, Inquisitor. I tried to be thorough. And now I'm responding to that whisper, so give me a second.
And
Well
the
done.
cardinal, just out of curiosity, would that happen to be of the? Actually, I would know this. Where is that? First, what would this be? Would it be common law ecclesiarchy? Yeah, that'd be common law ecclesiarchy. And if I'm rolling this at a negative
Well, if you don't get it, I'll give it a shot. Hell, I might give it a shot anyway.
Well, this is me rolling at hard, so
Negative 20 then.
so even if I go another 30, would I have an idea of which orders might be connected to which cardinal, and if the authority that they're using is connected to Lyra?
Probably, but fuck, I don't really have a name prepared, so I don't even know fucking
That's
cardinals.
fine. I just
I gave
need
you
a
a name.
relationship.
Where? Ah, Bishop. No!
But in either case, yes, I do apologize, Admiral, but it does seem that you've wandered into the middle of an inquisitorial feud. We'll have it sorted shortly.
Oh, yes. Yes, we will.
He shakes
I
his head
do-
as he was like thinking.
Can we just not recruit this guy to our cause?
At this point, I might as well.
Beforehand, he was like, I don't know, because he rolled 45 for his logic, which is pretty nice, and he like strikes his chin. As much as I hate what they're doing, I mean, they are stupid. Maybe they are used as an unwitting pawns. I mean, you are Inquisitor. I guess
Indeed.
you managed to attract some enemies, and some of them, apart, orcs are not smart, but some might work from the shadows.
You'll have to forgive me my outburst, Admiral. I do not much like Sororitas for this exact reason. They act first. and
Believe
think
me,
later.
after this stunt, neither do I. I don't even care if they... this will result in a massive fuck up, pardon my language. If they manage to transmit out of the system that I'm declared a traitor, that will be the problem. Not even counting the fact that orcs could take this fleet for the ripping because of the infighting. Pilak pinches the bridge of his nose.
They will find that quite difficult. Xanthus holds up the war boss's power fist, or power claw, I mean. This belonged to their war boss, he says, dropping it on the ground. Pretty sure that an orc wall without a war boss is just a scattered mob.
His head exploded. I need to work on a better delivery system.
And he gives us make, actually, at least one good news. And after like he said about a sarcastic message, there's like in the air there's like a flicker, and there's like Benjamin for a moment appears, and this time, even though like at least maybe not even a minute passed, like part of his body, like near the torso, is covered in blood, but not his, and like in his demonic hand he holds like a ripped hand encased in power armor, like with parts of power armor, and he says, the message didn't go out. I bombed the astropathic chamber. Still more stuff to do, and teleports out. He didn't say that as cheaper. It was like more of a morbid matter of the fact tone.
After Benjamin leaves, Xanthus looks back to the Admiral and says, Benjamin may be a bit dubious, but he is good to have around, as you can see.
Well, I will not mind, but I mean, Inquisitor are probably longer in this business than me, but I worked enough with Inquisition to know that many of your fellow, well, not comrades in arms, but Inquisitors would kill you for knowing that you work with, well, I guess he's still human.
Oh, at that, Xanthus removes his helmet and reveals the fact that he is grinning from ear to ear. My dear Admiral, at least a good quarter of the Inquisition wants to kill me already, as you can plainly see.
Well, he smirks a little, but he doesn't laugh. Glad to see that you are still in the good mood, Inquisitor. Do you have any plans how to fix this fucking clusterfuck and get me back my ship?
Well, looking at the situation, I'm not even entirely sure that you lost it. You, he says, looking at the guardsman again, can you give me any sort of report as to the condition of the battle that's taking place on this ship?
Last we heard, and like as he was saying, he like looks partially at Sigmund. Although your tech priest maybe can fix that.
Can you repeat what Xavier's question? I didn't hear it very well.
He's asking for a status report, basically.
Yeah, and as this guy starts
who's
talking,
winning?
like he partially like looked towards tech priest and says, maybe you tech priest will fix it. But anyways, I think maybe less than a half of our forces like went with Sorita's orders. But I think they managed to. The Fox got scrambled. They tried to make sure. I think they were hitting, places that of a strategic importance. And the guy that's stacking actually. No, let's make him because he's actually smart and he's not even a sergeant. Just like maybe like experienced guardsman, but of course being nervous as hell. I mean, misinformation is probably the most useful to them.
I see. Sigmund, can you... Actually, why not have a little fun with this? Sigmund, first I need the Vox system to be back online, and then can you get your brother Mechanicus into this fight?
They're currently occupied. They're currently engaged in protecting the engine core. And the hold on, I need to ask someone a question. Actually, I can just ask it out loud. There's no PvP.
Actually, they would say that both reactor room and life support systems.
I was gonna. One more thing. What about the what's it called?
The bridge navigation control.
No.
Gellerfield.
Thank you. Couldn't think of the word. What about the Gellerfield generator? There would be a Mechanicus in there as well. Because that's the important thing.
Yeah.
If that's locked down, they can't take that.
They respond that the Gellerfield is reinforced, protected, and locked down. Nothing gets in or out.
Same instructions for all three of those people, Matt. If they're overrun, have them do what I told them to do.
Yeah, and besides, even if you are like ranked like that, they would say situation is unclear, prioritizing the ship's survival, will await how situation will change. They will not listen to you if you said to them that attack the fighting force.
Well, I'm not telling them to destroy anything. I'm
just saying if somebody else would want, they would say negative. They have their priority.
No.
Understandable.
How many ships are there in the fleet?
Oh my god, hard question. Usual fleet like that. I would say it was a group at the start of this fuck up. It was Admiral's flagship and like... Fuck, I'm gonna make up.
And I'm going to assume the fighting's
And
taking place on all
yeah,
of the ships.
total of 15 ships.
So fighting's taking place on all of the ships?
Yes sir, the...
Oh, he's not asking, I'm just asking out of
yeah,
character.
before they scrambled the Vox chatter on the ship, because the Sororitas company was, dispersed along other ships, they sent the word throughout it so that the fleet was informed that Admiral is released from duty. And
Might want to boost that signal to all the other ships, Damco.
Yeah.
Admiral, we're going to take your ships back. And for that, let's send out a little signal to the fleet and let them know that you're not a traitor, for starters. Sororitas, what in the Emperor's name are they thinking? Even if they do think I'm a traitor, why on earth would they declare war against... Well, no. Why on earth would they disrupt the war effort by causing civil war across an entire fleet?
You know they wouldn't see it like this. They would see, obviously the Imperial Guard didn't listen to the rightful order.
Yeah, but Xanthus doesn't really think in those terms. He
Yes,
thinks
I
They
know.
are blind and misguided.
I'm just laughing
into their
because, you
nose.
know, from their Puritan, fucking holier than you standpoint, how they would see it.
Oh, okay, my bad. You know, Mayek, I do
Because-
believe you have a point.
Because I understand how do you think I just responded what they would think. What was the last thing that makes it and what Santos responded?
Are those things enough to regain control of Vox and secure them so that they can't get access to it nor hear what we're saying?